Hello, I'm Eduardo. I come from Peru.
How are you? I'm Alex. I'm Italian American.
Today we would like to discuss that how, as foreigners, we have to study Japanese coming to Japan. But there are certain things that are kind of awkward, right?
For example, right now I've been studying Japanese for 8 months about, and I have to say some of the sentences I have in my textbooks are pretty useless and
awkward. Not natural at all. We're talking about the translations, not the sentences by themselves.
I'm not going to tell you the name of the book because I don't want to have any problems with the corporation that makes the book, but I can tell you it's a book that's commonly used in Japanese language schools.
Yeah, it's actually quite popular.
I've been studying Japanese for 8 months, and this book has not helped me have a decent conversation with the Japanese.
Yeah, with example like this, it's impossible. So can you read one? I want to know.
For example, I have an example. I only drink cocktails that taste like juice.
Yeah, I say that every day, don't you?
Yeah,
Personally not.
Or, for example, I have some other ones. I have.
How about this one?
This one is pretty interesting because, well, I'm not married yet, but I'm sure that if I get married, I will use this sentence. My wife likes black tea and she has no interest in drinking green tea, coffee, or anything like that. So the no interest in drinking something, I find it pretty unnatural.
Yeah. Too polite, right?
Yeah.
We say she doesn't like that, or she doesn't like green tea, she prefers black one,
She
or
has no
stuff like that.
interest, so she's not interested in drinking something.
It's like she doesn't want to study about it, or something too serious.
I actually have some few other ones. For example, I have one here it's a pretty tough sentence. My father died suddenly, and I couldn't go to university. So if your father died, you don't think of a university. I couldn't go because, so it's crap, he's dead, I can't go to school.
It's obvious, right? You will never say that way. Even though it makes perfect sense. I mean, there is a logical connection. Your father died, you don't go to university, obviously, but would you say it that way?
I would never say that way.
And the thing that, yeah, we have this like in Japanese, how to say that in Japanese, and like, watashi no ochichi ga, it's Kyuni shinde, it's, I don't know, I wouldn't say it like that, yeah, it doesn't have any real feeling.
Yeah, I say my father passed away and that's that. So I couldn't go to university.
No, you don't say that. So I think that these kind of books are useful for, as we said, maybe vocabulary, grammar, but making like the progress to engage into a normal daily conversation, for that it's pretty much useless, isn't it?
It's well, I have another one that's actually very good. I was rained on yesterday and got wet.
Well,
it's like if I took a shower yesterday and I got wet.
Yeah,
it's basically it's facts.
Yeah, people don't say that.
Yeah.
So not even kids, I believe.
It doesn't mean anything. Wait, I have a few other ones here. I have some very long ones that are quite.
So have you studied like the full 8 months with this?
No, I have 2 other books.
2 other
This
books.
is my 3rd book.
Oh, okay.
Actually, if you could read this one. This is a sentence that I found in my book that I found very interesting.
Okay, it's very long.
It's very long, very interesting.
Very logical. Someone left a red bicycle in front of the steps, and it's been there for a week. Although Mr. Watt owns a red bicycle, it's at the repair shop, so the abandoned bicycle cannot be his.
So whose bicycle is it?
Yeah, this sounds more like, I don't know, FBI report, a novel, no idea. But well, they teach you what? What's that?
Hazu wa nai. I've never used that in Japanese.
People use it actually, but that example is quite a bad one.
I have a few things here that I showed to native Japanese speakers and they told me we never use that in Japanese.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Or like when they check the examples of the sentence we do and they laugh because it's like, come on, this is quite funny what you're talking about.
Well, actually, even my kanjis, I've been studying kanjis as well. I went to a shot bar with some friends and I had my kanji book.
Yeah.
And you know, because it's funny, I'm the only foreigner, so I opened the book, everybody looks at the book. and they all started laughing.
Why?
Some of the words, they teach me words like hostage
Oh.
or wild dog.
Oh, like
Tropical
example
fish.
for the kanji.
Tropical fish. A wild dog. Japanese is a beautiful language,
Totally.
but it's very complicated. And
Especially with these examples.
yeah, it doesn't want to make me learn, you know. And every day you do like one entire lesson. For example, in one day you do like a 7-page lesson in one day in 2.5 hours.
And do you feel like your conversation skills have improved or
My
not
conversation skills improved, but not because of school.
really? Because of hanging out with friends?
You know, being stuck in a situation where only you have to speak Japanese.
Yes.
You know, that's the only way to improve a language actually. Like for Chappie Dining.
Yeah, definitely, right? I mean, when it comes to real use of language, that's the best way.
In Japan you study grammar for like how many years? Like 3-4 years maybe?
What, English grammar?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's quite some years, like junior high and high school.
Yeah, and they can't talk. They can't speak any English.
Which makes you practically literate in the language, right?
Yeah, they can write English. Like I know some people that have like TOEIC score 750. He cannot speak a word of English. He says hello and hi. That's about it.
Yeah, that's just studying for the test. That's not real study, isn't it?
Well, no, he studied and everything.
But for
his writing is perfect.
But that's only useful for a test. If he goes to America or Australia,
He can write everything down if he wants to.
But that's not communication. I mean, he's a nerd.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. My opinion, if you want to learn Japanese, like in a Japanese language school, which are very expensive, you have, let's say, 45 minutes kanji, and then like 1 hour grammar and 1 hour speaking.
Yes.
To balance everything out, and then you can really learn the language.
But that's not the system.
That's not the system is 30 or 45 minutes kanji, and it's fast.
Yeah.
And then it's just grammar. So what I do, I sleep. I sleep.
It makes you feel quite bored.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah.
How about you? How did you like studying Japanese?
I actually kind of stopped studying Japanese this year, but I started to practice more since last year. But you know, I'm in that level where I don't feel like I improve anymore. Whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter how many times I read a book, I don't feel like I'm improving. So maybe I need more real practice. I should hang out more and force myself to use the language. Because you know, I use English too often, even with Japanese people when they don't understand me. To avoid frustration, I guess.
Well, do you think your Japanese level is good?
No, it's not good.
Beginner, intermediate?
Somewhere between beginner and intermediate, or pure intermediate maybe, but definitely not advanced.
And what about your Sunkeigo?
Oh, like formal language?
Formal language.
It's okay, I guess.
Really?
I can, since every time I speak in Japanese I have to stop and think about it. It's the same for formal language. I just stop a bit and then it comes.
Really?
But if I like forced to answer quickly, then I can't really do the formal language. I just use normal language, which is sometimes embarrassing for me, but apparently the other people don't really care.
Well, I don't know if it's true. I heard Japanese people, if they're speaking to a foreigner, they don't expect that person to speak formal Japanese.
Which is good, right?
But at the
They don't
same
have high
time-
expectations.
Yeah,
of
but
us.
at the same time, if a foreigner speaks formal Japanese, he's the king of Japan. That's what I heard. You know what I mean? That's what I heard. You know, because he shows respect and people like they're like.
Yeah, I'm sure people prize that.
amazing. Yeah. But I know a lot of young people who can't speak a word of Sunkeigo.
Really?
You tell them the only word I know is Gozonchi desu ka? Do you know? Gozonchi desu ka?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And gomen kudasai. But then I learned that it means sorry.
Well, so again, there are many points. We have to be careful.
So I don't understand.
We'll use good formal language.
We'll try.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye bye.